What's going on, guys? Hey, we've got an exciting video, man. It's a United 24 video, as you can see here, which we love. United 24, Ukrainian news outlet that is just it's really really good, and they always do their due diligence when it comes to fact checking the important stuff. So love them. Check them out, please. I'll leave the link in the description and in the title to their channel. This is a video. It says Inside 3rd Assault Brigade, Foreign Volunteers Fighting for Ukraine. So anybody who has been on this channel for a while, anybody who's in the Discord knows that I've been a pretty big advocate for 3rd Assault Brigade's foreigner units. It wasn't up until about a year ago when I actually went and visited one of their training facilities in Kiev when I realized, whoa, this is a massive operation. I had no idea how big 3rd Army Corps was, the type of resources that they had, and it was massive. The big classrooms, big base. You got the climbing rope, jungle gym, jumping over stuff. You got cafes on the base for the soldiers. It's nothing elaborate, but it's very nice. So with that, and also I have a interview coming up with one of the head recruiters of 3rd Assault Brigade, who recruits foreigners. So I'm going to ask her a bunch of the questions that we get a lot in the Discord. So this is going to be cool, man. And also, I know some of the people in this video, which is also pretty cool. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe to this channel as well as United 24 if you haven't already. Grab a t-shirt if you want one. Link will be in the description, and there's some things floating around down here probably, or they're tagged in the video or something. And then, yeah, jump in the Discord if you're not. It's a huge resource for our foreigners. All right, guys. Let's get after it. 3rd Assault Brigade, baby. 3rd Assault Brigade, 3rd Army Corps. 3rd Assault Brigade is within 3rd Army Corps. All right.
An enemy. What makes the green grass grow? What makes the green grass grow?
What motivates an individual with no real ties to a country to take up arms and join its army? Moreover, when the countries they're from enjoy wealth, prosperity, and not having a war. In Ukraine, approximately 20,000 foreign fighters signed contracts to join the Ukrainian armed forces. Many are ideologically motivated and mortified by the countless scenes of Russian aggression published across information streams.
So on this very hot summer day, we decided to come out and take a look at the final training for a lot of the recruits that are joining the 1st International Rifle Battalion of the 3rd Assault Brigade. And what we see here is a lot of people speaking English, first of all. And something that you gotta get used to seeing is Western soldiers holding AK-47s and using them in live fire drills, which they will eventually be using once they get their patches to go on assaults for the Ukrainian armed forces.
So my unit is an assault unit. Our tasks and objectives are to...
Snow is a pretty famous foreigner here in Ukraine. He's been here for a long time. He's done some crazy missions, and he's known to be a really good soldier. And he also was wounded and lost his leg earlier this year, or at the end of last year, I believe. So he's definitely one of the OGs as far as foreigners go.
Kill the enemy, destroy the enemy, take their positions, commit raids and ambushes, and gain back what they've taken from us.
Snow, a former British soldier, had many tours in Ukraine. In 2025, he was hit by a fiber optic FPV drone and lost his leg. After his recovery, he decided to stay in the military, forming his own unit under the structure of the 3rd Assault Corps.
Yeah, so this is a full English-speaking unit, and we fit in really well with the Ukrainian army because of how structured we are, and they like to see us work, and we learn from each other. I watch them, give them orders from there. It's difficult because I want to be there.
Fuck yeah. Moving. Let's go. Fucking kill.
So to tell you what's happening today, my soldiers have an assault scenario. They get dropped off by the armored vehicles. They have to make their way up to the rally points and the ORP points.
Okay, guys, control. Slow now, slow. I got an enemy.
Before that, they'll do a leader's recon, and then they'll set their fire teams in the correct positions and the fire support, and then they'll begin the fire, and they will assault a trench.
Don't panic. See?
Moving!
Yeah, as far as training, a lot of these guys come with prior training. They come from various militaries, French Foreign Legion, you know, their own country's army. A lot of them are infantry guys.
Moving! Moving!
That being said, as we've all learned as foreigners out here, you have to learn how to fight this war. This isn't Iraq, this isn't Afghanistan. You know, landmines will kill you, drones will kill you, Russians will kill you. So we train them for everything.
On fire! Cease fire! On fire!
Take position.
Move. No, you move. It's fucking video, man.
I'm just a fucking video man.
You're just sexy, man.
Thank you. Agreed. I hope that was being recorded and noted forever.
Yeah.
It was interesting to hear from the soldiers, many of whom here come from a mix of backgrounds. One in particular got my attention. Trace, a clean-cut California boy. He could be on a surfboard somewhere, anywhere but this trench.
A lot of what I saw, a lot of what I had thought about what was happening here was proved very quickly. I was in Kiev during the Orthodox Easter when they had one of the big amount of strikes, and you know, it's one thing to see it on TV, read about it online, and it's another thing to realize that there's massive cities that are every day, multiple times a day. It's okay, well, you know, you'll have to get to underground bunker, and I mean, it's kind of sad. I understand it can be hard sometimes to look out when there's so much going on inside, but you know, every once in a while, just think about that there's still a very real war happening here. There are civilians, there's their pets, their family, everything involved for them. They're still at war here, you know, so don't forget Ukraine. I had already more or less made peace with the fact, you know what, I enjoy these jobs, I enjoy the life of the military, and you know, coming here, I think everyone has to take it into their mind, you know what, even the civilians, one day it could be your time and something could come down on.
Dude, we covered this video when it happened last week, this FPV that's chasing this poor vegetable vendor around, and it hits him. And I was like, oh yeah, he's gone, man. And you guys started commenting, he survived. And so I looked into it, and he did like an interview with the news. He's like basically explaining how ridiculous it was, and that's nuts. You don't see that happen very often.
You
Poor guy.
You lose a leg, you lose an arm, you lose all of them, or you die.
Next, what will happen? You will unload your rifles, make safe. You can put the magazine, an empty magazine, back in. After that, you will take by 0935, you must be at the bottom of this hill in full gear, full Viper suits, full everything. Happy?
Yes, Commander!
Okay, go.
10 minutes, okay.
But before that, a quick word from our participants.
I was very interested in what was going on. I was considering joining, but I had no prior experience. I thought I probably wouldn't have much to bring to a professional army. But then as the conflict dragged on, I changed my mind eventually. I thought, well, it's becoming difficult for Ukraine to find volunteers, and there are so many of them already on the front line. I didn't have much going on in my life on a personal level at this point last year. So I thought, well, I don't have any excuse, right? I'm young-ish, I'm able-bodied, I don't have children. I should join.
What brought me to Ukraine? I'm here for religious
Good man. Very cool.
reasons. I'm a Catholic. The Catholic Church has been banned in the occupied territories, so it kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
What has brought me to Ukraine? Ideological reasons. Living up to the things I believe in. Fighting for independence, culture,
language, people, solidarity, fraternity. I could go on.
Well, if I
I know that guy. He's solid. I'm not going to share any information. He's pretty private, but very solid.
could say something to my friends, to my fellow soldiers in Germany, or people think about joining, think about how it is here in Ukraine. If you are ready to risk your life for this, and if you're really motivated to come here and don't live in a dream world, it's the right job for you. I think that you have a heavy impact here, and you do the right thing.
You will get on your fucking belt buckles, and you will crawl to the top of this hill. Understood? Yes! What do we do? Kill! What makes the green grass grow? Blood makes the green grass grow! About face! About face! Up! Delay!
It's genuinely inspiring to hear from people so motivated. And while taking every single precaution, have willingly taken on an infantry role in the most active war on the planet, and all the while, during the peak of drone warfare. Regardless, before they are to be sent out, there was one last challenge.
Trenches on! Get off, Gorilla, move! Move, Gorilla, come on! Get off your fucking knees! Crawl, let's go!
So part of the reason why we do this is on the front line, you'll be moving without food, without water, without sleep. You'll have to carry yourself, you'll have to carry your kit. You might...
Grinch is another OG, foreigner OG. I don't know him personally, but I know the name, and I know he's been around the block here in Ukraine.
Be injured while you have to do all this. You'll usually be at least somewhat injured. Part of simulating that is having them crawl up this massive fucking hill. It takes every single ounce of effort.
Push! Come on!
I might know him, actually.
I mean, these boys have earned a patch 20 times over, but it needs to be a culminating event. They need to feel like they've earned it. And the best way to feel like you've earned it is by feeling the same way you'll feel when you deploy.
Push! You're here! Yes! You're here! Stand! Run to that Pasatka! Take safety position! Get in there, Trez. Come on! Let's go! Push up! Look at me! Fucking good job. Stand up, let's go.
The final recruit makes their way to the top of the mountain. There, his whole team and leadership are waiting for him.
Take his backpack, guys. Let's go.
Get on the spiny sticker! Get him up. Take his shit off. Helmet, armor, everything.
Soon, they will all receive their patches. Becoming belligerents.
That's cool to see. I mean, I know it's obviously on camera, so everybody's doing their going 100%, right? And the commanders are making sure to be seen, but it is cool. You can tell that these commanders care about these guys.
In their
I want to talk more about that, but it's almost over, so I'll wait till it's finished.
war.
Do not believe the Russian propaganda. The international fighters in the Ukrainian army are well treated, professional, committed. They're not mercenaries. Like we said, we're here for religion, for ideological reasons, for fraternity, for solidarity. We come here because we want to, because we believe in this. And we have your back. You, your audience, the people of Ukraine, and the people sending in solidarity across your borders. We're here because of you, and we're here to defend you.
Come on!
Very cool video, man. This is right up the alley of basically why I started this channel to begin with, was to bring information to foreigners who plan on coming to Ukraine to fight. And a little background, when I first came to Ukraine, there was nothing. There was nothing regarding information about foreign fighting units. I believe there was a Facebook group about the International Legion for the Defense of Ukraine that would take you to their website, which was it was pretty hastily put together and kind of difficult to understand. Anyways, I hadn't even heard of the International Legion when I first came to Ukraine in January of 2023. And I spent about 10, 11 days in country, going from west to east, from Lviv all the way to Kharkiv, which was at the time the furthest most major city to near the front. And I had a bag of medical supplies, a bag of clothes, and I was just going to hospitals and military bases and asking, hey, how can I be of use? How can I help? And there was no infrastructure made for there was no real pipelines made for foreigners yet, so foreign volunteers. So eventually people started leading me to this group called the International Legion. I was like, okay, people keep saying it. So I went from Kharkiv, which is in the east, all the way back to Lviv, which is back west, right across the border from Poland, and talked with their recruiters at the Legion, joined the Legion, had no idea what to expect. I showed up, there's guys standing in formation. They like kick four of us off this truck. We rode in the back of this truck to this base. They kicked us off. They're like, go stand in formation. I'm like running with my bags. I'm like, what am I doing, dude? But to some extent, I knew when I came to Ukraine, I wanted to help. And after those 11 days of not being able to really find a position to slot in, when I spoke with the recruiter and they said they wanted me as a combat medic because of my previous first responder experience, I was like, is that the best place for me to be right now, do you think? And they're like, yeah. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So I knew I was going to put up with some BS and some difficulties because it was starting up. The International Legion was still very new, wasn't even a year old yet, and it progressed and grew and blah blah blah. Anyways, that International Legion is actually disbanded now. Third Army Corps, the corps that is also above Third Assault Brigade, Third Army Corps pretty much absorbed all of the International Legion and split the 6 different infantry battalions that were within the International Legion, split them into smaller teams within Third Army Corps. So it's much better managed now. It's much is that the best way to say it? It's much more, it's much better handled now, managed now. More resources, more foreigners, more English speaking commanders. So it's really, really good, man. I'll recommend to anybody looking to come to Ukraine. If you haven't watched one of my most recent last videos, it breaks down different tier lists of foreign units where you should go based on your experience level, your knowledge, your what you want as far as a job. So check that out. And we talk a lot about Third Assault Brigade in that video. One more thing I want to point out is the fact that a lot of people seem to think that the Third Assault Brigade foreigner units are just Spanish speakers. And unfortunately, Spanish-speaking units have gotten a pretty bad reputation here in Ukraine because they don't all come for the right reasons necessarily, because they can make money. The Ukrainian hryvnia is worth more than what they're used to in Colombia or some of the South American countries. So they come here as more of a mercenary role and sometimes less as an ideological perspective to come help Ukraine defend freedom, which is fine, to each their own. In my opinion, they're still here fighting and helping. So, hey, I respect it. But with that said, they're put into some of the most precarious positions because of these reasons that I've just mentioned. And they take a lot of casualties because they're in some of the most precarious positions. So they got a bad reputation early on as meat wave units. Like foreigners, English speaking foreigners would be like, yeah, I won't be in a Colombian unit. I won't be in a Spanish speaking unit. And that's silly these days. It's no longer the case. Maybe before, maybe a year and a half ago. Okay, that's fair to say. No, not any longer though. And plus, now they kind of keep Spanish speakers with Spanish speakers. They don't put English speakers with Spanish speakers. You know what I mean? So check them out, you guys. Also check out United 24. Jump in the Discord, and that's all I got. I love you. We'll see you in the next one.